Hey
Hey guys,
guys! Morning! Oh,
good,
good evening.
good evening, so to speak. It's Sunday night. This is our sit down. It's a sit down Sunday, if you may, because I feel like this is gonna be the only time that we can be able to sit down with you, because the rest of the week is going to be regular,
Yeah,
normal.
very normal, busy for us.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the kids, I'm looking forward to the time that the kids will have their vacation, their
Soon.
semestral break.
Yeah,
It's going to be more rest time.
that's gonna be. We're looking forward to it. It's gonna be more
Yeah.
relaxing.
Yeah, two weeks of that. So for now, we just wanted to talk about some reflections, some things that we have encountered in the past. One, we have something with Kyrie.
The reason why we thought of this suddenly is because last Saturday we granted Uno 2 hours of playtime,
Right?
just to reward him for, having his exams and everything. So he was really happy about it and he was playing. And then suddenly, then after a while, after a few minutes, Kyrie came up to me, we were all upstairs, and she asked to play as well. And I told her that it's her brother's time to play. She should wait either tomorrow morning or wait until his brother's done. But I'm thinking that if she waits, it will be too late and it's already bedtime.
Right.
And she wouldn't have it. She would she used all means to convince me, cry, get mad. She just wouldn't accept that I'm saying no. So eventually I gave in. I told her, okay, you will play after Kuya plays, after 2 hours. And by that time, my strategy was, I'm thinking maybe she would already be sleepy and she won't end up playing.
Yeah.
But I came down and found that she took
Surprise.
over the computer and her brother is sulking in the corner. Kyrie took over the computer and he's not able to play anymore. And that caused me to think that is our Kyrie a little too overpowering? Because we know that she's very overpowering to us, but now we can see that she's overpowering to her brother.
And
So
I think Keon, the thing about Keon is that he's mature enough to give in to his sister.
yeah,
And maybe he realized that he has also been the younger person before, and
he was the only child.
he was the only child. That's one thing. He was younger. People would just give in to what he wants, and now that he's the older brother, he should also give in. But then again, that has been too overpowering in that instance.
And Kyrie has always been overpowering, and that's why we're thinking that is this already too much. I told Kelly about my realization. I think our little Kyrie is a little more assertive. What term did I say? I think she's the alpha female of the
Yeah,
house.
that's
Because she can make everyone heal. And when I told that to Kelly, she said, seriously, you just found that out now?
she's been doing that for quite some time, and I don't know what's going on, but maybe it's because right now it's more evident since we
She's
have
going up.
She's going up. That's
More
first.
vocals.
She's more vocal, second, and she has her big brother in here.
Yeah, so
So she's overpowering her big brother in a
yeah,
way.
the fact that I can see her overpowering her big brother is a big thing.
But that she's been doing that ever since, and now maybe it's because Keon is staying with us a little more longer than the usual, and I
We
think
have
that's
a point of comparison.
right. As opposed to before, it was just like
It was just us.
yeah,
We don't know.
and we're not taking it something negatively.
No,
It's just
It's
that sometimes
it's a
coming.
pointer. It's
yeah.
like a little red flag that
It's becoming too far as well.
yeah. I'm just concerned. Is this the right? Is it already gone beyond a certain limit?
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember in my video I was thinking maybe it's because she's just 4 years old.
Well, what I read,
Mm-hmm.
they have the tendency to test up
Yeah.
to where the
Their
limits
limits.
are. Yeah. And they would gauge and see if their parents or anyone around them would give in or not. And of course, we're still in that formative years. They're trying to have a grasp or idea on how people's reactions are. And actually, ever since she was a baby,
She's always been like
yeah, she's always been like that. It's
And-
now that we realize that she has grown up a bit more, and
yeah, and we also tried raising her that way because
we wanted her to be independent. We wanted her to be a strong woman, a vocal woman. That's right.
because one of the things that we realized between us is, you know, there was a time when we were reflecting on why it took so long for us to come out
Yeah.
as lesbians. For me, it's because I don't
Right.
have any sense of self that feels like that matters. And that's the reason why, even though I had all of those feelings and all of those realizations about me, I had a hard time letting it out and being myself. And I spent about a quarter of my life trying to fit a mold
Right.
that's placed upon me, which is to be a woman and what a woman should be.
A straight woman should be.
Yeah, that's why I spent a quarter of my life in the closet, so to
Right.
speak. And now, with Kelly, she also knew at a very young age. Sorry, maybe you should say.
Yeah, I knew at a very young age that I'm different, that I have different preferences, and that's right. I mean, I think we're all the same thing.
And also for you, you don't have
Yeah, I
the
don't have
courage to
exactly to step up, talk about it.
yeah
because
to say it out loud and to fight for it.
right, because I was told that when you speak up, it means you're defying authority. There's that notion that you're not being an independent, you're not being an obedient young girl, and that's not how it should be. At one point in our lives, we've been abused in all means, if I may say, and it's because we could not really speak up, and we don't understand, we are not aware on how a woman should be, whether you're straight, you're gay, or maybe it's because of the society as a whole. Women during our time, we're still in that phase where we are limited still. I mean, this generation now, which is I am very happy of, is that somehow we've seen
There's a lot of awareness.
yes, we've seen how women should be, how independent should be, that we don't really need someone else but ourselves to stand up for our rights, to stand up for who we are. And that's what we wanted with Carrie.
Yep. And that's what we wanted, and now we're reaping it.
Yes. But again, it's not something that is bad. It's just that
Okay.
we felt like there should be a boundary.
Yeah, is it the time for us to place boundaries? It's not
Right.
like we're regretting our decision.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, we have always wanted her to be very assertive,
yeah, that's
very
the thing.
straightforward.
We wanted to raise her like that.
Yes. In a way, I think we should also remind her and set border. There should be a sense of respect and
Yeah,
obedience.
on what we say.
Yes.
So,
And we should maintain consistency in being not authoritative, but being firm with the way that we parent her.
yeah. Okay.
So like what happened, earlier we did that. We just had that. It's an achievement altogether.
Because she was able to make Kyrie follow. So this morning she was we were eating breakfast, and it's one of the not really rare but uncommon times that we're all eating breakfast together on a table. And number one, she wanted to watch in her phone, and number two, she doesn't want to eat her vegetables, and she was throwing a fit, insisting her way. But Kelly was able to talk to her very, very calmly and firmly that she cannot do that. And the result was actually astounding, because she followed eventually. Even though there's a little crying spell, there was an onset of a rage coming on.
Yeah,
But
she was really shouting at
she
me.
was shouting,
saying, no,
"No."
no.
But Kelly was very firm, and she was able to
Assert.
yeah, she healed, and at the end of it all, she was all very docile and very loving to her mom, and I guess at the end of the day, she appreciated.
I think so, because the whole time she just wanted to be with me. She's seated with me.
Yeah,
she was
she's
seated
the
with me.
favorite now.
Yeah, maybe it's because she noticed the difference, I just shout out of emotions. And
Before.
and I think that was also the reason why Keon has been afraid of me before. And now, since I'm trying to learn how to be more firm,
Mm-hmm.
how to be more calm, I actually owe it to her because she balances things out with me. She talks to me about it. Even when we have discussions or arguments, that also goes. That's who I am. But I think it really doesn't work that way, especially with the parenting that we have with such intelligent kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not just intelligent with their heads. They're also emotionally intelligent,
Mm-hmm.
and we want them to be holistically aware of who they are as a person,
Mm-hmm.
who they are with others, and at the same time have respect for the elderly, have respect for those who should have authority over them. So
Have respect to authority within reason.
the reason, yes, well, just having respect
Mm-hmm.
as a whole, because it really doesn't matter if someone is older than you or if they're younger than you, as long as there's respect, it shows love and care.
Yeah.
I think she realized the reason and
Why?
maybe why she was reprimanded, why she was I was able to talk her out about things. I think I was more sensible, I was more logical, and I told her the main reason why she has to calm down and listen. We don't usually give them timeouts.
No.
Not I mean not,
You
not
didn't-
with her,
you
not with
didn't
her.
threaten her though.
I did threaten her. I didn't usually give her timeouts. Or I just shouted her and have her do a timeout. But in this case, I asked her to calm down because if not, and if she still wants to shout her opinion, she just wants to do a shouting fit, that's fine as long as it is
Off the table.
off the table, because everybody on the table
It's eating.
is eating, and we wanted to have a peaceful meal.
Mm-hmm.
And then she realized that, oh, I'm the only person who's shouting. I'm the only person who's
Mm-hmm.
having a hard time.
So eventually she calmed down.
She calmed down.
And she ate all her vegetables.
Yes, she did. She did
She
try. She did,
And
and her food.
she ate a lot.
She did, and it's a good surprise.
It's a good surprise.
I, as a person, I've learned a lot in that situation. It's a achievement for me. Achievement unlocked for parenting, and that also goes with her learning to have respect.
Basically learning how to come to terms with her feelings. I know that part of her doesn't want to do this and doesn't want to do that, but also she needs to listen to her mom and dad when they say no, because there's a reason why. Don't just say, don't do this, don't do that. There's always a reason. We always try to tell her what's the logic behind. When I told her she's not allowed to play video games because number one, her kuya is playing. She should respect his time. It's his time.
Right.
And number two, by the time Kuya's done, it's gonna be too late. And I did offer her to play tomorrow, for playtime tomorrow.
But
She didn't take it.
she
wants
took
to
the
play now.
opportunity, in taking Kuya's time. So that's the reason why we gave Keon his time in the morning.
We gave him his time in the
It
morning.
was like more than 2 hours because
Because we were asleep.
We were asleep half of the day.
Yeah, but still, it's a productive day. Even though we allowed Kuya to play in the morning, he studied on his own.
Yes.
Because when I came
amazing.
down, he was already studying. He said he's done with his playtime. He was studying.
Because
And
I
then
told them to stop.
You
playing.
told them, okay, that's.
I told
okay.
them to stop playing, and I just told them, like, okay, guys, you've had enough time.
Mm-hmm.
That was like more than 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
so it's time to study.
Okay.
And I was coloring my hair.
Okay.
So Kuya was very he was obedient. He just turned off the computer
Okay.
and said, "Okay, Mama, time for me to study." So I asked him, "What are you gonna study today?" And
Math.
he said, "Mom, I'm gonna study about math, and then I think about public economics or something,
Yeah.
math, arts, and stuff, physical education." So he said, "I'm gonna focus on math." I was like, okay. I said, "Try to do some exercises like what your dada asks you to do,
Yeah.
because dada will check it later in the day." And he was there. I was just studying.
It was an achievement because we finished everything.
Yeah.
We studied everything.
And he was really great. I was surprised because he was we were studying about polynomials, and I have dyscalculia. I'm not really good at math. He was able to answer them.
I think what also made the change is our presence. You came down. If you did not go down,
Yeah,
maybe they would have played longer.
I was tempted to really sleep back, but I saw them playing. It was like, ding, 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 ding. Mommy alert. The playtime is over.
So there you have it. That's our sit down Sunday. It's a new segment that we're thinking of doing.
Because
Apart from the vlogs,
this is the time where we actually have some time
to sit down and talk.
talk with you, and actually discuss things amongst ourselves. It's like a reflection moment for us as partners, as parents.
I mean, I think it's a nice thing, don't you think? It's a good segment. What do you think, guys? Let us know.
Let us know in the comments below.
Apart from the weekly vlogs, we could do like a sit down Sunday talk where we can talk about certain topics.
Our feelings.
Yeah, or certain topics. Today we brush up on if Kyrie is already overpowering us. And also we talk a little about us being late bloomers.
Yeah, parents.
We haven't really made any video about coming out. You know, things like that. We wanted to before,
Yeah, coming
but
out
we didn't
day.
have the time.
Coming
out day just passed.
Just
but, you know, it
passed.
doesn't
Spirit
have to
Day
be.
just passed.
I wanted to make videos during
Those days.
you know.
I wasn't really aware. Forgive me. I wasn't really aware, and I haven't been that socially media active for quite some time. I just browse through, but I don't want to have it. I don't want to be consumed anymore. So it's a good thing we are both a little active in Twitter, but she's more active in Twitter.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should have like a calendar going on, shared calendar whenever
Maybe.
these
I mean,
things
if
happen.
you're serious about this, I could, you know me, I can organize that. Produce these videos.
Because
More timely.
one of the intentions of putting up this channel is for us to somehow share our experiences.
Share experiences, contribute to the LGBT
yes.
community.
We haven't been very active with the LGBT community.
It's been a very busy year or so for us as
There are a lot
people.
of changes. Yeah, there are a
There
lot
are
of changes.
A lot of things going on.
Yeah, we didn't even join the Pride March.
We didn't because we chose
to be with family.
to be with family.
We've been doing Pride marches
For the past 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, we've been active.
We've been active. And in fact, that's our very first video, the Pride March.
The Pride March, yes. This year for me, personally, it has been a year of coming out of my shell. Not just coming out of my sexuality, but coming in terms actually of who I am. Again, we are late bloomers, and we are 35, and still we're figuring things out for ourselves, and at the same time being parents. So I don't know if it's if it's part of that midlife crisis.
Yeah, you had that earlier.
Yeah. So
a few months ago.
And so did she. We've had our own ups and downs.
Yeah.
Again, we're still. I don't think we're out of it, but we are coping.
I don't think we'll ever be out of it.
Is it because we are?
Because we're already at that age.
Okay.
Maybe we will.
We are wired.
We'll let you know if we're out of our midlife crisis. We're not even midlife anymore. 1/3 life crisis. You know, I don't know. We'll see. I also went through the same thing. Yeah, okay, fine. Maybe
we can outlive others.
No, what I'm trying to say is will we ever be out of our midlife crisis?
Maybe. It's funny because I've had friends who have underwent midlife crisis or quarter life crisis, and they were out of it. But I think for us, I don't know.
We're still going through it.
Yes.
Or maybe we went through the initial phase. Can you say that?
Yes. I think we're midway.
Just to let you know, it started when we turned 35 this year. It started in March for me, August for her, right?
Yeah.
And what that means is that for me, number one, I started thinking about who am I? What am I doing with my life? And is this what I wanted to keep doing in my life? Because, you know, if you see from my past videos, I started thinking that somehow along the way, I became a parent, but I lost who I am as a person, and I'm trying to get it back. That's what my midlife crisis is about. And for you, it's sort of the same thing?
It's sort of the same thing, but I really did not know what I wanted. That's the thing. I did not know what makes me fulfilled or happy. So I'm trying to take a grasp of the concept of what happiness is or what contentment is.
So that's your journey right now.
That's my journey right now. And to be balanced. Because again, I am a very emotional person, and being too emotional is not helpful. It's not beneficial. So I have to be emotional, but at the same time be more logical and firm. That's my journey right now. I have to speak up.
Hence this vlog.
Hence this vlog. That's
All
correct.
right. Yeah.
And if you've noticed, we've been more active lately. It's because we wanted to share. It's something therapeutic for the both of us.
Yeah, it's for us as well, as much as it's for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you have it. That's the very first sit-down vlog. Just to let you know, we're also in other social media channels. Twitter at Pinay Lesbian Mums. Facebook at Pinay Lesbian Mums. We also have an Instagram at Pinay Lesbian Mums.
Yes.
We try to be active in all. Most of the time, I'm behind all of it. But Kelly contributes.
I
every now and
contribute.
then.
Yeah, she's the producer.
Not the producer.
The producer, the videographer,
the editor.
the
most of the
editor,
time.
all the ers.
But I wanted her, because she likes posting pictures anyway. If only you know how many selfies she has in her phone. How many pictures she has in her phone. I told her, might as well post it in Instagram of the family. You know, it's...
Yeah. But I don't post them anymore.
Yeah, she's an oversharer, but in this context now.
Yeah. I don't wanna. I think
Me
that's
as well.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to include in my journey, just to avoid being the oversharer and try not to be so narcissistic.
Okay.
Vain? No, vain. I don't know.
In
Come
other
on,
news-
guys.
In other news, on my end,
She's become more active.
I'm trying to be more narcissistic now.
Yeah.
Because
I noticed.
it's a journey that I'm going through myself. Because I've always been behind the scenes. I'm always taking a step back and letting everyone else shine, to the point that I forget who I am, and I'm trying to rediscover that now. So on the contrary, for me, I am trying to put myself first, and trying to share more, because I have the tendency to live under a rock, and I've been living there for a long time, and I feel ready to sort of somehow come out and see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, so we're having separate and opposite journeys.
Yeah.
So, because I am the extrovert,
Yeah.
she's the introvert, and we're trying to balance things out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the thing that helps with our relationship, because we're trying to find ourselves as two separate persons.
People, and how we can find a midpoint.
Yes, a
on how we
midpoint.
can work. So the sit down talks.
Yeah, we have a lot of things
to talk about.
to be very
To
honest.
be very honest, yes. So
And the good thing about it is that she initiates it.
I always initiate it. I literally pulled her out of the bed.
She'd say, "Man, maybe you should."
Can you commit to this?
Yes, okay, I
Every
can.
Sunday.
I can.
You heard it, guys. Every Sunday there's a video. Alright, so there you have it.
This has been
Chef.
and Kelly.
Together we are
Pinay Lesbian Mums,
telling you that life's too short to wait. So live the life that you want to live.
and be the change that you want to see.
We'll see you next Sunday and Friday if we come up with a weekly vlog.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.